All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are live. How you guys doing today? It is a Sunday morning. It's my first proper stream back since I went on vacation in July, and I don't think that I streamed the week before that. So we're here. We're back. We're having a good time. Stream Elements bot running. If nobody got me, I know Stream Elements bot got me, and I also know the Walker Pierce got me. Thank you for the messages in the chat. Yeah, I know the pre-stream was late today because I kept meaning to make a thumbnail and then just never did. So I think that's what it is, honestly, and that's all good. Getting to work like an hour early is a very strange feeling. Yeah, for the record, Walker Pierce, I know that I appreciate you coming in early to just make sure stuff's cool, but like you don't gotta hang around. You don't have to be here for that long. Oh, pro gamer, pro gaming. That's correct, Alex. How you doing, man? Hey, we're live, or we're live. However you want to think about that one. All right, welcome to well, I guess welcome back to Not Sponsored, by the way, where initially this was a series about playing a bunch of like weird games that are just pure like nonsense. Uh Recently it's kind of swapped over to just me fucking around with like a bunch of nostalgic stuff. It's good, like, Saturday morning, Sunday morning sort of weekend games. Good vibes, you know? I may not have to, but I want to. All right, man. Well, it's appreciated. I figured I'd at least tell you, like, you are under no obligation as a moderator to do anything for me, okay? You do this shit for free. Or at least we can pretend you do this shit for free, right? I definitely pay him in the background. Don't worry, guys. I don't. I don't. All right. I'm a little lower energy today still. I think it's just going to be lower energy from here on out. I'm okay with it. I'm cool with it. As much as I love doing the high energy streams and I love being able to entertain people and doing all sorts of crazy shit, I'm kind of cool with just vibing too. Band drama. Thank you, Walker Pierce. Needed that one today. Just cut stream off and end it. Anyway, we're back. For anybody who missed it last week, I rebuilt my entire stream from scratch in about 2.5 hours. Had to do a couple modifications because a couple of the things that I was doing don't work anymore. Which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. I thought the mods lived in the basement chained to a 20-year-old PC to mod during streams. I mean, theoretically, you could. Anything that has a Core Duo processor, anything that has an Intel Core Duo processor, it could probably do it. You could probably run it on some nonsense from the 90s, honestly. A 32-bit PC stuff really wasn't completely gone until, like, what, end of Windows 7? Hell, there's still some stuff in Windows 10 that does it. So, I mean, it's entirely possible. Featuring IE6. I don't know about that one. Maybe Netscape. Maybe Netscape is the better option there. Alright. We're gonna get straight into the game here. For anybody who doesn't know, the name of the game today is Ape Escape. We are escaping the apes, or are the apes escaping us? I don't know. I've never fucking played this game in my life. My brother bought it a while back. I know it's a good game. I've been wanting to play it. I just haven't gotten around to it. So we're going to do that today. So why don't we get started here? Actually, one more thing. All that music you just heard, in case you weren't looking at the ticker there, is from a dude called Tumello. Tumello is, oh, hey. We actually got audio coming out of the TV. I didn't even notice I had the music too loud. I like Tumello's music, in case you couldn't tell. Alright, shut the fuck up. So let me see if I actually have the right audio going on here, because I don't hear anything, but seeing things is good. There we go. It's a bit loud. Properties. It's been silent apart from you. Oh, were you guys not getting the audio? There's definitely output here. I couldn't find Netscape, but my neighbor's nanny told me Firefox is even better. I mean, you're right. I actually use Firefox. I use Firefox only drawn on no sounds. I mean, the Ape Escape stuff, yeah, I know that, but like I'm looking at the slider here and it's saying that there is an output. Oh, I see what the problem is. That's fucking stupid. Okay. That's alright. Well, that means that I need to adjust a couple things here, so give me a moment. The ape sound has escaped us. Yes, it has. Thank you. Alright, let me turn on notifications in case those ever go off, although those don't really go off. Anyway, yeah, so the guy that was playing in the background that I was listening to while you guys couldn't hear anything, his name's Too Mellow. He just released a new album last week called This Year I Lose My Mind. It's only about 20 minutes long. It's a pretty short album. I picked up the, or I pre-ordered the CD for it. The CD came in on Friday. Yeah, it was Friday. And honestly, Too Mellow is still like one of my favorite modern artists. He just makes such interesting sounds. This one's off of his Sounds of Tokyo To Future album. That came out last year in September or October. I think it was September. But you just got, like, listen to this stuff, man. Sorry to derail stream. Don't be sorry, you're helping me fix stuff. Ape Escape's a good game. Controls are a little wonky at first. Yeah, that's about what I figure. I mean, it's a 1999 DualShock 1 controller game. It's gonna be a little bit wonky. Now, if I remember right, I'm trying to remember controls, because I've seen people play this before, I just haven't played it. This year I achieved self-actualization. Hey, not a bad thing. Alright. I'm gonna just let this vibe out for a minute, though, because I really love this opening track for the new album. It just slaps. But, yeah, this Too Mellow's gotten me through some rough times. It's got some really interesting... He's got some really interesting beats. I just really appreciate his music a lot. It's good, feel-good music for the most part. Even when it's talking about heavy subjects, he's always got some vibes going on in the background like this. Unmellow. Yeah, we gotta unmellow Too Mellow. Too Panic. That's a little too close to Tupac for me, honestly. Maybe a different name. Anyway, yeah, Too Mellow fucking slaps, man. I recommend going and check him out. Check out his Bandcamp. Alright, I mean that one. Bandcamp just got bought out by another company who I'm a little bit wary of, but Bandcamp is still the best place to check out indie artists for music. Wamello. It's Waluigi's brother. But, honestly, Too Mellow, like, check out his Bandcamp, man. He's great. I even, like, emailed him and was like, hey, can I use your music for stream? And he's like, yeah, sure, go for it. Real nice guy. Makes good music. Putting out about an album a year now. Anyway, why don't we get going for real this time with some Ape Escape, and I will make sure that the audio is coming through for you guys and for me, because I don't have a monitor on it. Alright, let me mess with some filters here to get this a little bit more manageable as far as audio goes. Turn that down. We could probably make that about a 5-ish, and then I want to just... Shh, a little quieter, buddy. Gotta say, this kind of slaps, though. Anyway, welcome to Ape Escape. We are escaping apes, or the apes are escaping us, or some bullshit. I don't know, I've never read this anime. Anyway. Oh, we got in-game cutscenes, dude. Old in-game cutscenes with, like, the cinematic-style borders and shit, that's my jam. One of the first games I genuinely remember playing through all the way with something like this was Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door. And it just reminds me of that. It makes me very happy. I think it's bugging out. This is better than the actual cutscene playing. This is fucking amazing. I'm skipping this. That felt like a YouTube poop clip. That was great. There's actually a lost media anime for Ape Escape? Doesn't surprise me.
Something awful has happened. There's been an accident. The time station has been activated by Spectre and you're being transported back in time. You'll soon arrive in the lost land when dinosaurs roam the Earth. Spectre has sent the apes back in time to try to change the course of history. His plans for world domination have begun. And if we don't stop the apes, history will be changed forever. You're our only chance. Two of my gadget inventions, the Stun Club and the Time Net, were also caught in the transport. I want you to use them to catch the apes and send them back here. The Stun Club can be used to defend yourself against attackers. And when you use it on the apes, they'll be stunned. And you'll have an extra second to catch them.
To date, no one has ever found all the episodes. Yeah, that's a lot of lost media. It's like we'll have little bits and pieces. We'll have like trailers or something so that we know that it exists, or like an episode or two, or even half a season, but we never have the whole thing. And that's the wild part. Alright. We need to capture 3 monkeys. So, from what I can tell, Spectre, who also appears to be some sort of monkey, found hats that let the apes become very intelligent, and has sent a bunch of apes back in time. Tilt the right stick and swing the stun club in any direction. Beat the enemies by swinging and turning the stun club around. You can also make monkeys fall down. Oh, cool, so it's Monster Hunter 1. Right stick attacks, got it. Press the R1 button to jump. Alright. I want to see what they do with this control scheme, because as it is, we have both. You have to have both thumbs on the joysticks generally, although you can probably move your thumb from the stun club to the face buttons. But like, now you have R1 here, which means we're playing like Dark Souls style shit. Alright, cool. I was about to say, I thought R1 was jump, Chief. Monkey. Switch the gadgets you're holding with the... Okay. The time net is swung by tilting or turning the right stick. You can swing the time net in a circle, too. Got it. So you have to do stuff like... like this. This is how you catch apes, right? See, this is already kind of intuitive for a control scheme. I'm okay with this. At least the stun club gets longer, because as it is, the stun club does not look very long. Alright, so... both R2 and R2 and R1 are both jump. This is set the camera behind you again. That's first person view. Got it. Metal Gear Ape, all-terrain pedal enforcer. All-terrain bipedal enforcer. Yes. I don't know what these things do. I'm definitely not 100%ing this game, for the record. I keep trying to swing in the opposite direction that the ape is. Neat. Gotcha. The voice acting wasn't awful from what I heard either. It's not, like, the most emotional thing ever. I think they were lacking some direction. But, it works. It's functional. Chief, get back here. I think this stick is a little busted, too, which isn't helping. Because I don't ever use the right stick. I play Spyro. Why would I use the right stick on a PS2 controller? I just tried to jump using X, because, you know, conventions and standardized control schemes are kind of the bane of my existence. It still probably works better than Monster Hunter 1. I mean, yeah, because it's more intuitive. You hit right, and it's not just a, like... The problem with the Monster Hunter 1's control scheme is that the right stick attacks are fine, except that they're not intuitively, like the direction in which you tilt the control stick is not intuitively linked to a specific type of attack. It's just linked to an attack. Alright. That's some apes. We got some apes. We have escaped. We don't have any grapes. Welcome to the time station. This room is a warp room in front of you. The round switch will take you to the area, stage select area behind you. The red switch will take you to the load save area. Sorry, I'm thinking about the dichotomy here. How do we differentiate these switches? Well, we've got the round switch and we've got the red switch. Because those are two diametrically opposed adjectives that have nothing to do with each other. It's like, no, you can have a round red switch. That would make sense. Be sure to read all the mailbox messages and learn from them. Okay, Chief. Step onto this switch to save the game and check out the monkey data. Oh, you get data on each monkey. It made greatsword for the best weapon in the game. Yeah, because you just hit a direction and it's the fucking greatsword swing. Because greatsword had like one combo. The other rooms are the training space and the minigame corner. You should try them out. Okay, maybe. Perhaps. I really like the vibes on this. The music for this game, I'm already enjoying. And yes, I am gonna save. Well, assuming that the memory card is actually red. Memory card is full. Okay, never mind. We're not saving. I mean, like, alright, you know what? No. Let's do this right. And we can see if the intro cutscene plays again. PS2 noise. You love to hear it. System configuration. It is definitely the year 2000 right now. I like to make sure... I like to not mess with the time on my systems, because if the internal, like, CMOS clock, or the CMOS battery has died in these systems, I like to make sure that my systems don't freak out that they're suddenly, 20 years older than they expected to be. Make sure to only press the round button, never the red button, and then the round button is round, and the red button is also round. Exactly. I don't remember this Final Fantasy save file. Frankly, I don't think I'm ever going to go back to it. Rayman doesn't even show up. Oh my god. This is a 23-year-old save file. This is for the original Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, for the original disc that we had when I played with my babysitter before before the disc literally snapped in half and then continued to work for like half the disc snapped. Like just the entire thing sheared. And then it still worked for like 2 weeks. That was the wild part. It was still perfectly functional. I don't know what this is. I have no idea what this game is. 8 kilobytes, man. Y'all remember when games were tiny? Bust a Move 4, it's always a good time. I'm gonna get rid of this one because I think this was something that my brother had on there from RPG Maker, and he has a copy of RPG Maker downstairs that he likes to mess with. Little did he know, next week he would need that very save. I mean, like, you know what game I don't need a save for? Spyro the Dragon. I can beat the whole game in approximately 2.5 hours if I do poorly. Bubsy 3D, why did we make a save for that? I will just play the game from scratch. It's fine. Crash 1. I think this was the save file for when we were playing Crash Bandicoot on stream. I mean, when we were playing Eminem's Shell Shocked on stream. If you know, you know. I'm not deleting my Gran Turismo 2 save data. I do want to go back and play some more Gran Turismo 2 because that game just slaps. I think that'll work. Alright, here's a little secret for you guys. In the PlayStation 2 menu, we made a save during, because it's very punishing otherwise. I mean, the game's just punishing in general. But, so here's something for you guys. If you hit the triangle button here and look at the version number, so it'll let you, like, look at the DVD player model and the drivers on everything. It'll let you mess with a couple options here, so you can turn off the console diagnosis, or turn on and off console diagnosis. I don't actually know what this does. I'd imagine it's for, well, diagnosing if there's an issue with the console itself. But the PlayStation driver here, so this is for PlayStation games, not for PlayStation 1 games. Or PlayStation 2 games, rather. It's for PlayStation 1 games. And you can change a couple options in here. You can change it to fast disk speed, which makes some games run faster, and it makes some games break horribly. And there's not really a rhyme or reason to it. Except most of the time it's the newer games that don't quite run right, but that's about it. And you can change your texture mapping from standard to smooth. But also I kind of like the janky PS1 textures because they're fun. Anyway, for anybody wondering, I'm running on a, I don't know the exact model number for this one. I think it's a 90K. It's a somewhere in, it's a 90K serial PS2 number. But it's a slim PS2. It's a decent shaped slim PS2. I thought about getting a fat PS2, and I might still get one because I kind of want to get a hard drive for it. But I don't know. We'll just have to see. Jank. The DualShock analog controller is required to play this game. That is true. That is a fact. I'm going to mess with a couple of the settings in here because I think that this resolution is being a little goofy. Why is this stretched so much? Hold up. Seems to be having an issue with some of these resolutions. The monkey understands. I like how happy the music is after all that. That's my favorite part about all this, is just how happy the music is. I also realized that the resolution coming from this thing is, like, stretched in a weird way. Don't quite know how to fix that. I'm gonna mess with a couple settings on this thing. Yeah, there's no real way to adjust the square. Like, I want to get the square aspect ratio back. I want to get the 4:3 aspect ratio back, but I don't know how to do that on this thing. Man, remember when consoles were backwards compatible? I mean, the PS5 is still backwards compatible with the PS4. It's software emulation, so it's not perfect, but, like, best we got. But yeah, it's kind of... I mean, it was only ever really... I mean, I guess the Xbox 360 did it with the Xbox, and I think that the Xbox One has some games that work on the that were from 360 era. It's a little bit of a hit or miss, regardless. I just want to let this play out again. Yes! This really does feel like YouTube poop. I could sit here for an hour and just let this play. It has a large catalog now. Good. Something about this is just way too funny to me. The disc is just scratched enough. Come on, you can do it. I believe. Nope. What if this was a part of this cutscene? What if the cutscene was just doing this for like 2 minutes? For the sole purpose of saying that, yeah, the apes are messing with time. What if that was the whole, like, point of that? Because that would be amazing. I would love that.
Spike, can you hear me? You must.
It was mostly 6th gen going into 7th. It was, yeah, it was very nice for a while.
There's been an accident.
There was an accident. Alright, catch ape. They're not monkeys. They don't have tails. You can't call them monkeys. When do we get the hula hoop? Speedrun time. Gotcha. Ow. Whose voice actor is that? Who is the voice actor for this dude? Both those apes. Just beat him with the stick. Gotcha. We need to teach these apes a lesson. It's such a fun premise for a game, though. Literally just run around and catch apes and, like, weird time travel. Like, catch weird time traveling apes. That's it. That's the whole game premise. You don't need a big premise for something like this, you know? Also, the music is very late 90s, early 2000s. I actually have an album that I just got before I went on vacation. Oh, what was the name of it? What is the name of it? Hold on. I have it. I literally have it. I don't think I can pull it up right now. I'll figure out the name for that one later. Anyway, it's an album that's basically just composed of like mid to late 90s and early 2000s sounds that you would have heard commonly. Oh, the camera is the D-pad. That's actually kind of nice. Okay, round switch and the red switch, guys. Remember that. Just remember just imagine Ape Escape written and directed by Hideo Kojima. I would like that. I think I would be much more happy with that than I would be with, like, Death Stranding. So, I was talking with a friend of mine a while back about, I do want to get a PS3. Because I've never owned a PS3, I've never played any PS3 exclusive game. I want to get one. And I want to play Metal Gear Solid 4. I have Metal Gear Solid 3. I do plan on playing that at some point, probably not on the channel, because that game is long, and I don't think that I have the mental capacity to fucking play through that entire game on stream. Especially only streaming once or twice a week. It would take forever. I'm gonna try and stick with shorter games on stream. That being said, next week, probably Bayonetta. I need to finish up Bayonetta 1 for you guys, and play Bayonetta 2, which I still need to buy. This is the minigame corner. To play minigame, gather the Spectre coins hidden in stages. Once you collect the number of Spectre coins on the monitor, you can play that minigame. Confirm the number of coins you've collected by pressing the start button and the circle button. Okay. Neat. Wow, only 1% done with the game, huh? Oh, and you can adjust which items where. That's actually really nice. I like this game's control scheme. It's not standard by any means, but it feels right, you know? Hiya. Alright. Off we go. It's time to go beat some more apes with a stick. The fossil field is the first stage. The Lost Land. I'd imagine we go to several different time periods too.
New gadget. Check it out.
This is the water net. Use it when you're underwater. I equipped it with an oxygen meter. I'm sending the new gadget over to you right now. Try it out.
Sony hates this game series. Why does Sony hate this game series? I haven't found anything yet that would make them immediately hate it. It might just be because it's just straight nonsense and there's not much to do.
Let's go.
The water net appears when you are in the water. Swim around using the left stick. The faster you swim, the faster you'll win. Damn if they ain't right on that one. I wasn't paying attention to how to go up. I kind of had to just hit buttons and hope. The sign on the left shows how the left and right sticks can be pushed in. Yep. To dive down, press the left stick in. To jump back up. Okay. Dive down is push the stick in. Triangle button is to go back up. No one knows, they just never do anything with it. I mean, like, that's a lot of series from this time period, unfortunately. Like, for one reason or another, a lot of these series do just not get anything. Like, at all. They almost act like it never existed. I mean, there's a bunch of series where that's happened. Look at fucking F-Zero. We haven't gotten an F-Zero... Like, they have Captain Falcon and Smash, sure, but aside from that, we haven't gotten an F-Zero game or many references to it except for, like, a Wii U level in, a couple... Or a game... Or a level in a couple Wii U games in fucking... Since 2006, I think, was the last game period, and the last console game was F-Zero GX in 2003. And there was that dude... I don't know if you guys saw that report. There was a guy who invested like $40,000 into Nintendo stock, and they went on to thank him, and he just immediately goes, "So when do we get an F-Zero?" That is the most Chad move ever, because I think immediately before that, they announced that they didn't have any plans for F-Zero. So this dude invested stock solely to ask them about F-Zero. Press the right stick in water to launch the net. There's a monkey in the pool. Catch him by pushing the right stick in, and the exit will open. Okay. Okay, that's not as bad as I thought it was gonna be. At least they nearly perfected F-Zero with GX. Right, but like at the same time, really, after 20 years, you could just make that again. I think that they did an excellent job with GX. GX is one of my favorite games to goof off in. It is so funny. The physics are so goofy, and the game feels really good to play, especially when you get good at the engine. Same reason I like Devil May Cry. It's a game that feels extremely good. It's a game that feels good even when you don't know what you're doing, but it feels way better when you do know what you're doing. At least it didn't end up like Paper Mario. Paper Mario, from what I've heard, Origami King is okay. It's a very different game, but it's alright. But I agree. Like, it's not the same game series. And they just sort of watered down a lot of the stuff that people really liked about it. The creative worlds, the neat partners. Now it's just like, it's very generic shit, you know? Not that impressive. Alright, we got 6 monkeys. We need to capture 4 of them. Do we have a time limit on these? I don't remember. Doesn't seem like it. Aw. This piano is making me think of, this arpeggio is making me think of, Gen 4 Pokemon. And the bridges with the rain, like the little wood bridges across everything. This is a very comfy vibe, actually. I can see why people like this game. I want to beat him. Captain Falcon Bounty Hunter Simulator. I mean, we already got Star Wars Bounty Hunter. It'd basically be the same game, right? Bless you. He sneezed. The draw distance isn't very good. But at least they're, like, making an attempt to hide it. With some, like, dithering and fog of war. And you can still see the effect. Which is actually kind of convenient. Gotcha. This is what the Captain Falcon Bounty Hunter Simulator would be like. Just Captain Falcon running around with a net. Shockingly, Star Wars Bounty Hunter isn't a bad game. No, it's not. I've played it. I played it when I was young. It's a great time. Next, I will tell you about the back camera. By pressing the L1 button, the camera will move behind you. Yep, so there's your first-person camera. If you need to look. And again, good game design here, because you look around, and the thing that is immediately in front of the sign when you look up is the monkey. So even if you missed it, because, I don't know, your CRT had like an underscan or something, it still works. But yeah, Star Wars Bounty Hunter was a great game. Well, maybe not great. It was okay. It was a serviceable game that was fun. Controls were slightly jank, but the game came out in like 2003, so I'm not going to complain about it too much. He's just kind of stuck in the corner running in circles. So what's interesting is that there's a double jump, but you have to input the double jump before... Or maybe I'm not wrong. There's definitely a time period after, like, where you can't input the double jump. Which is interesting. me some health back. I don't know what these things do yet. You can take cover by pushing the left stick in. This way you can crawl to monkeys without being noticed. You can swing the time net with the right stick while under cover, sneak up on the monkeys and catch them off guard. Or you gotta hold it. Okay. I kind of hate when you have to hold down a stick button while also... I kind of hate when you have to hold down like like you have to push down a button on the stick while also using the stick to move. Garfield cart. Why did you just say Garfield cart? Why are you cursing in this chat? How the fuck do we get over there? Okay. That's just fake. Monkey got.
Yes.
Wait, did it automatically teleport you out after every level once you hit the minimum monkey prerequisite? Because that's kind of silly. I just saw an ad for it on my Fire Stick. There was a Garfield card ad?
You did great.
What? Okay. I would never have expected to see a Garfield card ad on anything. Or at least not like a video ad, maybe like a single image ad. You know, like a side banner ad or something. Molten lava, well that escalated quickly, huh? I get the feeling those last two monkeys you're gonna need the hover thingy to get. I don't know what it's called. Play Garfield card on Amazon Luna. Why is it on Amazon Luna? I don't know, man. Gaming. No, gaming on cloud services. Like, game streaming is something that I really don't understand. And I don't mean game streaming as in playing a video game and showing a video for people. I mean, like, streaming the game from something else that is processing the thing. We don't quite have the infrastructure yet. It's an interesting idea, but I also hate it because I like having my physical media, you know? I'm big on physical media and owning things, especially if you guys have seen what happened with HBO Max. Basically, HBO got bought out by Discovery. If you fall off your finish, be careful not on the edge of a cliff. Use the D-pad or L2 button to move the camera around. Check out your surroundings. Basically what's been happening with HBO Max is that HBO Max just removed a shit ton of shows. So let me start back at the beginning here. Hold up. I think streaming is a really neat way to do demos. Yeah, that's a good idea, Alex. That's a perfect idea, actually. I like that idea. What I don't like is having full games where you don't physically own them. Which, again, is kind of the same deal with, like, DRM stuff on Steam, but at least then it's on your computer. But, I don't know. It's a bit of a weird subject. But anyway, what happened with HBO is basically, so a while back, Cartoon Network sold a bunch of rights to a bunch of their shows that they had already greenlit to HBO Max to exclusively stream on HBO Max. So they took them off of their network. I guess maybe they didn't have the ad space or they didn't think that those shows did very well because, you know, TV's kind of dying and it's better to just show a couple of things all day and just have that there. But Cartoon Network sold the rights to a bunch of those shows to HBO, and HBO put them on HBO Max. Then HBO got bought out by Discovery. And when HBO got bought out by Discovery, what happened is effectively Discovery said, hey, we're going to try and get a tax break on this by they're doing some weird tax nonsense. And the way that they're doing it is by actually removing the ability to show a bunch of shows on HBO Max. They've removed a ton of stuff off HBO Max as a part of the merger with the companies. And that includes all those shows from Cartoon Network. So now those shows are basically locked in a vault. Cartoon Network no longer has the rights to those shows, at least for airing them. And there's no physical release, and they're not on any streaming services. And some of those shows were still being produced, and now you just can't get them ever. So that's kind of bullshit. Literally the only way to get some of these shows now is through pirating. And that's happened plenty of times before, but not with shows that are actively running. Alright? And it's a big deal, man. This is bringing it into the mainstream that, like, yeah, you kind of need to have physical copies, or at least, like, your own digital copies of things you like and care about, you know? It's interesting food for thought. So, I mean, that's... And I'm always going to be a proponent of get physical copies of things that you like. If you have a thing that you care about, get a physical copy of it. Even if you have a digital copy, burn it to a fucking DVD. DVDs are still dirt cheap. DVD, flash drive, whatever. Do not like the digital-only future. Me either. Reminder, if you like the original channel, the founder made the original Discovery Channel, the founder made Curiosity Stream. Yes, and I'm actually subscribed to Curiosity Stream. This is not an ad. I just like Curiosity Stream. I bought it at the beginning of the year. A lot of good content on there. Curiosity Stream and Nebula. There's actually Ape Escape. He's a YouTuber who does a lot of content creation stuff. Made his own video platform called Nebula, which is genuinely really good. There's a lot of really high quality creators on there. So, I don't know. If you like that sort of stuff, I'm pretty sure if you get Curiosity Stream, you also get access to Nebula, or the other way around. So go check that out, honestly, if you just want a different platform to, like, have videos on. I know that YouTube is the platform, but being able to get high-quality content from other people is just neat. It's cool. It's good. If we're gonna have a digital-only future, I at least don't want it to be owned by 12 corporations. Or 3 corporations. Or 12 corporations. 3 corporations in a suit that looks like 12 corporations. Alright? So, hey, not sponsored, by the way. But yeah, that's my 2 cents on all that. Get things that you like. Get physical copies of them. Get things that you enjoy. That's all I'm gonna say. Anyway, back to our regularly scheduled Ape Escape. Yo, this is some breakbeat shit. Let's go. Triangular chips scattered around are called energy chips. You'll live longer if you gather 100 of these. Oddly specific number. I discovered some new creators through Nebula. I never would have found them in the crowd on YouTube. Yeah, that's the thing. YouTube is such a massive platform. It's so easy to miss things that you might actually like. That's why I'm constantly just throwing stuff in my watch later to listen to on the way to work, because there's a decent chance that I'll find somebody who I actually really like. And most of the time, that's just video essay people doing shit on video games. But hey, there's all sorts of stuff out there that might be interesting, you know? Hey, Mike, how you doing? Never seen gameplay of this game. It'll be interesting. Yeah, it's certainly something. It's a very, very late 90s, 2000s sort of game. Like, early 2000s sort of game. Feels good. The door's blocking the way. How does it open? You only find a red switch. Use the L2 to look around. Trip the switch, you'll need a gadget that hits distant objects. Did I give you that yet? No, you didn't, so I guess we're not going over here. Alright, where's the switch? Button. Right there. Give the monkey a gun. Yeah, happy not sponsored, by the way. Hope everybody's doing alright. Hope everybody's having a good, hope everybody had a good week and or weekend, and I hit the triangle button to try to jump. Because now I've confused the fuck out of myself. For anybody who wasn't here, the jump button is R1. We need more games like this. Yeah, it's creative, it's vibrant, it's fun, and, like, obviously, you know, 3D platformer, or, you know, platformers in general never got super popular beyond, like, the basic stuff, you know? I was kind of afraid that was gonna happen, but alright. But yeah, it's nice to see. I mean, like, this is why I support so many indie games. This is why I, like, support people on Patreon and stuff. Like, yeah, sure, Patreon's not an ideal platform. I would rather be giving money directly through, like, a PayPal or something. But if they have to do something like this, I would rather, you know, I want to support these guys. Wan Games. If you guys want an idea, like, an example of a developer who's, like, really just going through some bullshit. Wan Games. And the whole Kickstarter craze, like, yeah, sure, we had a lot of issues with it. There were a lot of bad games and, like, you know, people with, like, bad promises on their games that came out. But at the same time, we got a lot of good games. Shovel Knight. Fucking Hollow Knight. Many Knight games. There's a lot of Knight games, is all I'm saying. Oh, I like this. This is a well thought out area. I thought that the eggs were just gonna flip back over, and he was just gonna keep trying to hide them. No, the fact that you can flip them over permanently is really nice. Also, we have to avoid the big mama pterodactyl. I guess mama. I mean, like, I guess the term female doesn't really apply that sensically to this shit. There we go. Night games, best games. Yeah, R1 is the jump button. It's not the first time I've seen it, but it's definitely not something you see very often anymore. Oh, come on. You can do it, bud. Now, sadly, I don't have the manual for this game, so I can't just read you stuff from the manual. As fun as that would be. Okay, I need to jump once I hit the ramp. Monkey. Yes, mini monkey. Honestly, the game doesn't control horribly. Like, sure, it's non-standard control schemes, but that doesn't really mean anything. So many good games have weird control schemes. Dark Souls. Everybody complained about Dark Souls control schemes for the longest time. Because it's not intuitive. It's not the standard control scheme. I love this late 90s jungle aesthetic. Yeah. There's so many, like, interesting... Look at this stuff. Look at this shit. Somebody went through a ton of effort to make this work. T-Rex time. Big old T-Rex. Look at this. This is actually super cool to see on like a PS1. I mean, like, obviously I'm running it on a PS2, but like to be able to see this sort of stuff on a PS1, sure, it's not like the most amazing thing ever. I mean, the ground textures look like they're out of Tomb Raider from 1996, but you know, or rather the ground, not the textures per se, but the ground topography, I guess, would be a good word for it. Hey, bud, right here. Shit, I hit the wrong button. Alright, so the question is, can we get this monkey to fall off, or do we just have to kinda hope? The T-Rex is very aggressive and won't be hurt by any of your weapons. Hit the T-Rex and run to the rocks. When the T-Rex runs after you, jump out of the way. If he hits his head hard enough, the T-Rex might just drop that monkey. Yeah, that's what I thought was supposed to happen. And there goes the monkey. Gotcha.
Yes.
Yeah, this is so much that late 90s, early 2000s aesthetic. It's very, like, comfy to look at, I guess is the best way to put it. Very retro, very comfy. And, you know, you hear the word retro and everybody's like, oh, I'm old now. No, that doesn't mean shit, dude. Sure, it's an older aesthetic, but that doesn't mean that you're old. I'm 25. I was born 2 years before this game came out. And I know people who are 30, and honestly, I still wouldn't call them old. 45, not old. I mean, like, really, it is just... It sounds stupid and cliche, but, like, it really is just a mindset. Almost as much as anything else, you know? Let's grab some more monkeys.
A new gadget. Check it out.
Here's a monkey radar.
A monkey radar.
Track those monkeys down. I'm sending the new gadget over to you right now. Try it out in the training room.
This is a monkey radar.
Too dangerous for you to continue on to the next area. Well, good luck and be careful.
So all the voices sound like they were recorded in the same voice booth, but the professor sounds so much calmer and quieter than everybody else. Like, they've balanced the voices well, but he sounds like he's, like, whispering it or something. Monkey radar is a gadget for finding monkeys. Turn the radar on by rotating the right stick. The sound changes when the radar detects the direction of a monkey. Which direction is the monkey direction? Jungles were strangely popular around the mid-late 90s. Yeah, probably partially because of Tomb Raider. The beginning of Tomb Raider has you running through a jungle. The closer you are to the monkey, the louder sound will get. You can find them easily by rotating the right stick. Use the radar to find the monkeys hiding in the boxes. The exit will open when you find 3 monkeys. Don't open a box without a monkey or you'll have to start all over. Listen to the radar sound. Seems like a monkey box. Radar seems a little bit finicky. Okay, so now that I've done that and opened it up, if I were to just go open another box, would it make me restart still? To use the monkey radar, press the start button and press the triangle button to go to the gadget select screen. You must set up each new gadget in order to use them. Press the start button and then triangle button. Got it. Yeah, I already kind of figured that one out. It's all good.
You're now on your way to the mysterious time of the jungle ruins. You must navigate through thick jungles filled with beasts never seen before. Go on to explore the temple ruins, but be very careful. The temple is laden with treacherous pathways and dark dungeons. Oh yes, and you may have already noticed one thing. The apes have varying fields of vision, so in most cases you can sneak up on them by crawling around rather than running after them. You won't be noticed as quickly if you remain low to the ground. You'll discover many great things on your journey, but try to stay focused. You must
Hot cold with monkeys? Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. Like, anytime something says radar, that's usually what they mean in a game.
We're counting on you.
Also, I want to point out, they call it the mysterious time. It's a time when jungle temples have been destroyed. So assuming that this is like, you know, ancient Mayan stuff or something, that would make sense.
Professor. Remember me? It's me, Spectre, the future leader of the new age. That's right. Apes will soon rule the world, just as it should have been from the beginning.
That's right, I'm gonna go piss on the moon.
What's going on here? What are you planning to do?
Spectre, oh yes. You're the monkey that performs at the amusement park.
What? He's that cute little monkey that everyone loves to come and see? But how?
Yes, that's right. I stumbled onto this incredible invention of yours, this peak point helmet, and it's given me remarkable knowledge and great powers. And now, I plan to rule the world, and I owe it to you, Professor.
Spectre,
Where did he get the floating
you
chair?
must listen to me carefully. It's true that the peak point helmet will augment your intelligence to heightened levels when it's worn. However, it is still...
I thought he was just gonna stop.
It's never been tested and may be very dangerous to use.
I thought he was just gonna stop with that sentence and go, that's pretty good. I did a good job on that one.
Point helmet back to me immediately.
Bring it back?
He built it, yeah.
Are you kidding? I'm sorry.
He's some, but like it's like, all right, cool. You built this whole thing. You got a video feed going, presumably from a different timeline, maybe.
Stopping us now. The future is mine.
Like this monkey somehow escaped with this professor's helmet and was presumably gone for probably a couple months, gathering resources and building shit.
To use the time station. I've already sent my armies back in time to rewrite history. No longer will humans be the dominant species. I will rule this world. Don't bother trying to stop me.
I like the bit crushing here, and the static.
Just wait, you'll see. We're not gonna stand around and let you take over.
Spike? That little runt? He doesn't scare me. I've got a surprise for him.
Jake!
I've always wanted to go up against you. Now here's my chance. I'm gonna have a great time destroying you and showing you who's the real hero.
Why is this dude just?
What's wrong with you?
Why is he aligning with the monkeys?
What you're saying? Do you know who you're talking to? Snap out of it. Pull yourself together.
Yeah, I guess he's gotta be mind controlled.
It's no use. Somehow he's been brainwashed and he's being controlled by Spectre.
That's right, Professor. You're very perceptive. The boy you see here isn't the same anymore. He works for me now.
I do wonder if this game, does this game have another dub, or is it just the English? Because, like, the English dub does feel slightly lackluster. Not that that was uncommon for games from the time period. It just feels very flat. Like, all the deliveries feel kind of flat and lacking character, you know? Oh no, now we're the apes. We're the ones who have to escape. Yeah, we gotta run away. There are 14 monkeys in this stage, and we only need to get 6 of them at the moment. I like that the game promotes exploration. Obviously, you know, it's a 3D platformer. Do what you will with it. Ooh, those water graphics. I love it. It looks like the monkeys are hiding somewhere. Find them, use the monkey radar. Use a new gadget. Yeah. I got that part. Don't worry. Ow! It's like, yes, let me run around with the radar. Also, everything is trying to kill me. Oh, you just can't do anything about them. See, now we have to escape. Locate a monkey, switch to the monkey camera with the L2 button. Watch the monkeys in action there. Limits the L2 monkey camera. Monkeys are too far away, you may not be able to watch them. So there appears to be a monkey in this tree. I don't know if I can do anything about that at the moment. You know what I really got a, like, sudden urge to do last night? I was watching something on MMOs, and, like, it was just on MMOs in general, and it really just made me want to go play, like, old school World of Warcraft again. And maybe want to go get on, like, a private server or something. Which I would never endorse, obviously, but I'll do it. I'm just kidding, I really don't care. But yeah, like, private servers are a thing. They exist, and I would actually really like to play World of Warcraft again, like, on a private server, which is more geared towards that whole, you know, just having an older version of the game running. Because I kind of miss that. It was a very interesting experience. What's my scanning show that there is something on the other side of that valley. Also, god damn it, my PC locked. Okay, everything's still running. That's annoying. Oh well, I guess I just jitter the mouse every now and then to make sure. I need to get a flying gadget to get over there. If you don't have something like that, I should make one for you. I should make that. Like, you should have made it for the last stage, you know. But I do kind of miss that. I do kind of miss World of Warcraft, you know. Alright, there's one monkey done. He's got a gun! Look out, he's got a gun! Metal Gear monkey. Sniper monkey. If anybody remembers that one. There's a video out there, it just says, yeah, I'm a simp, and then it pulls the letters down like it's gonna make a an acronym out of it, and then it just says Sniper Monkey, and it's just a picture of a chimpanzee with a sniper rifle. I really feel like I missed out on the MMO craze. I mean, like, everybody experienced it differently is the thing. Like, ultimately, it really was mostly World of Warcraft. This river is very dangerous because a strange fish lives here. He'll shock you if you're swimming. I've sent you a rowboat. You must use it. Rotate the left and right sticks to move the oars. Oh, no. Learn to work the oars in unison to go straight. Get off the boat. Use the R1 button. Rotate the oars slowly. The MMO craze was a very odd time period. Wow. That's kind of terrifying. This is gonna be so frustrating to fucking work. I love the water graphics, though. I just didn't have the chance to play any of them. Maybe the closest I got was Monster Hunter 4. Yeah, that's a game that has a good online community. Part of the thing with World of Warcraft was, like, specifically with World of Warcraft, because that's the only one I can really attest to, was, like, this idea that, like, everybody can just... It is social, but everybody needs everybody else if you want to get further in the game, you know? I missed it. Okay, I'm dead, I guess.
Oh no!
Oh no! Yeah, the voice acting is just very flat and uninteresting. Uninspired. But yeah, I think the whole thing was that, like, you did need, if you wanted to play the game, like, you could play the game solo, and there was a lot to explore, even though it was generic, you know, MMO quest that everybody complains about now. It was still, you got to explore that experience, but... I like this, you know what, I know why I like this game. Control schemes are weird. And it makes control schemes that make sense, but they aren't standard. Alright, there's a Spectre coin. It's mostly the toxically non-toxic. Yeah, it is really a Monster Hunter community is very strong. It's an extremely strongly knit community because everybody has to go through the same experiences. It's the same thing with World of Warcraft. It's that same sort of idea. There's nuances that make it different, obviously, but it's a very similar idea. There are monkeys that can't be caught without certain gadgets. Sometimes you'll have to wait for a new gadget and come back later. Understandable. Like this dude right here. Learning how to control this thing is actually kind of fun. I'm not even gonna lie. Although it does show that my analog sticks are a little bit iffy on this controller. The only bad actors are the ones who take it too seriously, and thankfully they're a small portion. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. It's kind of the same thing with World of Warcraft. The problem with the MMO community as a whole is that, like, MMOs are just, like, it's just do thing, and people who play MMOs want to consume the entire game and do it as efficiently as possible, which is just counterintuitive for me, at least. That is a pretty weird fish. It's like a giant electric catfish. Alright, so now we want to... Yeah, rowing is a whole mess. But yeah, the big problem, and like I said, I'm mostly paraphrasing stuff that I heard in the video, like this MMO video that I heard last night, but at the same time, I entirely agree with it. You know, as much as I hate being like the guy who's like, yeah, let me just, you know, parrot what I've heard before. Let me go up. Let me up. Good thing this fish is kind of stupid. It's the Japanese catfish god run. That's one way to put it, I guess. Got him. But yeah, it's this idea that, like, MMO communities, like, just will consume every bit of content in a game and do it as efficiently as possible. So maybe maybe it was better when people didn't know how to do that, you know? Before, like, we had all these guides and, like, efficiency, like, ways to change everything and, like, do efficiency shit. That's part of why I don't want to play Final Fantasy XIV anymore, is because a lot of my friends are those sort of, like, high-efficiency grinders who've been doing the game for years, and I don't care for that. I want to enjoy the fucking game. Although I don't really want to play 14, admittedly. Come on, bud. We're, like, on the shoreline. He's already beached himself. I need you to turn, Chief. If you find a strange device, use the stun club to hit and examine it. How did you like swimming fast with the R1 button? The water net can sure go fast, don't you think? Huh. If you find a strange object, just hit it really hard. Trust me, it's worth it. I like getting to the efficiency point of... Yeah, there is a good point. Going slow is still fun. Yeah, there is a certain fun to be had in learning how to optimize things. Oh, I see what it was trying to get me to hit. This wheel. Come on. Oh, come on. There is a fun to be had with it, but the point of it being, like, that experience of getting better is why MMOs are good. That experience of getting better and being able to get to the peak of whatever the fucking thing you're doing is. Whether it's a raid or, you know, a monster in Monster Hunter or whatever. That is the cool part. You know? And so, when these people run out of that experience, they'll start looking for other things. That's why expansion packs tend to get cleared quicker and quicker. It's because people just get better and better at the game. And that's not an inherently bad thing, but it leads to this mindset where everybody needs to keep up with everybody else. And I just don't vibe with that, you know? I hear a monkey. I'm sure he's up on that thing. Getting better, that feels like the entire game loop. Yeah, exactly. That is the... I don't like the term game loop much. But, like, yeah, that's what it is. It's the game loop. That is what the game wants you to do. It's just being able to get better at the game. Whether it's better equipment, better at your actual, like, roles, or whatever. Okay, I couldn't fucking see that one. Gotcha! I like the sound. I like the voice line that the gotcha makes. Don't hurt the precious plants in this period. Yeah, don't hit the trunks of large trees with the stun club. They're real delicate. We put a cookie jar over there. Hit it as many times as you need to fill yourself up. Aw. I like that it's cookies and it's a cookie jar. Something about that's just cute to me. Alright. Well, let's have a look here. Maybe we just leave? Maybe if we leave, he goes out? Well, that's not right. We level our... Yeah, we level up, not our characters. And unlike most games, that experience transfers to other games as well. Yeah, exactly. And honestly, the same thing applies to a lot of World of Warcraft. Despite the fact that it's a lot of gear and a lot of level ups. But, like... You still learn how to play your classes better. And then when you had an actual RPG that removed the ability to do all that stuff, or rather removed that need to, like, get all your gear up to level and then go to a shit ton of, like, high-level raids, we had Guild Wars 2, which is a great game, but as soon as people ran out of progression stuff to do, they just fucking left. Which is unfortunate. Am I supposed to hit the trunk with the stun club? I like the noise that this thing makes. It's very unthreatening. That does seem to have the downside of players getting too good. Yeah, exactly. It ruins a lot of the difficulty curve. And, like, it's not anybody's fault. Some people just get really into that sort of thing. Some people really like optimization and being able to do cool stuff. But, like, it's not always what you... It leads to some awkward situations, you know? And it leads to hard moments because some people are just inherently going to get better at this thing than others. I like that it, like, blows on you to push you away. But I don't know. There's not an easy fix to it either. Like, World of Warcraft was a very unique phenomenon. And so it's kind of hard to really tell, like, what would fix it. At the same time, honestly, the only reason I liked World of Warcraft, I was never involved in, like, the major guilds and shit. I was never, like, a raider. Yeah, I was never, like, a raider or, you know, anybody who did anything really, like, amazing. I just liked the world. I like the vibes of the world. I like being able to go around and interact with people, you know? It was nice to have other friends on there, especially in an age before we had smartphones and a lot of instant messaging apps and, you know, social media and all that. It was nice. Honestly, if I go back to playing an MMO and get involved in it, I will probably just not be on social media as much, which isn't an inherently bad thing. I mean, I just couldn't tell if I was good at the game or if Rise was just too easy. That's the thing, like, it's a little bit of both, I would imagine. You know, like, and there's no good way to, like, really say, like, oh yeah, definitely it's this thing. Because, long story short, you're not experiencing Monster Hunter Rise like you experienced Monster Hunter 4. And the same goes with a lot of games. You're just not going to get those experiences back, and that's a hard thing to come across. That's why nostalgia is such a bitch sometimes. We'll even go back and experience things and we'll be like, it doesn't feel the same. No, because you're a different person than you were when you started playing this initially. And it's an interesting and deep thought to have. And it's a hard thing to accept. Let's go, he says as the game lags out. Whoa, I thought you would have died in one hit. And once again, my screen locked. Oh, this is big vibes right here. Monkeys captured, overkill. I like that he just has a double jump. That's always fun. It's definitely an interesting thought experiment. Yeah, and I'm not saying that you can't have some of that nostalgic experience come back. Shit, dude. Some of my favorite things to do are still just wander around fucking Westfall in World of Warcraft and just see what sort of cool stuff you can find, you know? I'm gonna have to sneak up on that one. Can't get in here despite definitely being thick enough to do so. Alright, so let's come around the other side. Oh, apparently I scared him. Did he go running around the other side? Yeah. Let's just wait over here. You know the story of the ship of Theseus? Yeah, it's like, how much can you replace in something before it really just isn't the same thing anymore? Just, you know, one of those thoughts. There's some really fun thought experiments out there, genuinely. Ship of Theseus is always an interesting one. Oh, come on. Yeah, he's faster than me. Wow. Yeah, this is a good vibe, though. I like this, I like this music. Gotcha. Alright, monkey captured. This reminds me of the Sonic Battle menu. This is a vibe game, it really is. Like, it's one of those games where I can just sit here and look at the environments for a couple hours, you know? Just wander around them. This is why I don't like timers in games as much, because you really... I think that there is a time and place for timers in games. Like, if it makes sense for it to happen, sure. But also, if you're just putting a timer in a game to introduce difficulty to a thing, maybe just don't. Maybe let the game just be its own little relaxing bit of whatever, you know? You've made something cool. Sonic Battle Cross Ape Escape. No. I don't know how that would work, and I'm kind of scared to think about it. Looks like there's a block inside the runes you can push out of your way. Try pushing a block that looks out of place. You got it, Chief. I like that everything explodes into cookies. Something about that's funny to me. There's danger ahead. This area is difficult for beginners. I felt like the timer in Majora's Mask was superbly done. The timer in Majora's Mask is intrinsic to the game itself. That makes sense. Yes, you have 3 days, and you can repeat those 3 days as many times as you like to try and figure out the puzzle that you need to solve the thing. I think that that is excellent, and it works great. I think that there's a lot of instances where that doesn't work, and you just have a timer to have a timer, like Frogger. Hey, sweet, extra life. I think that having a timer to have a timer is silly. Or to add, like, another level of difficulty. Blue means all's well, yellow means is on guard, red means is in a panic. Yes, I already figured that one out, like, instantly, man. I don't know how that took you so long. The monkey may be violent, yeah. I like how it's called a stun baton and just makes things fucking obliterate. What I like about this is it's also a game that, like, it doesn't force you to take your time, but it definitely is, like, it lets you take your time. Monkey. It helped make it more stressful, but in a good way. Click here to accept all cookies. Exactly. But, yeah, Majora's Mask makes sense. That is, it made it more stressful, but it also means that, like, it's a gameplay loop, you know? Also dead. Oh, did it just start you back at the beginning? Because that's kind of convenient, actually. Yep. Alright, good. Yeah, like, what was I playing last night? I played some Borderlands 3 with a friend of mine. And that was a great time. I would appreciate if you didn't do that, please. Wonder why that's glowing. I like how the vines are just perfectly, like, solid and walkable. But yeah, I was playing Borderlands 3 last night. That was a good time, honestly. I enjoyed myself with that. The game is... the story's kind of just whatever. But the gameplay feels really good, genuinely. Well, I think I cheesed that one. That felt like a Spyro the Dragon thief cheese. Hey, if you ever find a block you can push, go ahead and push it. How about this one with the giant handprints on it? The skybox is amazing. Yeah, there's so many, like, good elements in this game. The monkey will turn on the fan if they see you. The wind is so strong it'll blow you away. Why is there a fan in an ancient temple? I don't know. I don't think it matters. Very video game. You'll be hard to find if you crawl forward while pressing left stick in. And again, that's why I hate saying I want games to be more realistic, because I don't. Sometimes it's funny to just have suspension of disbelief right here, you know? Sure, there's a giant fan that this monkey can turn on normally. inside this, like, ancient temple. Pretending you're not there is way more effective than just crawling. Stealth mission. Nope. I kind of hate having to hold down sticks like this. So the Mayans were aliens. I knew it. Exactly. Get off of the pad. Get off of the pad. I can't do anything here. That was nice. Nothing I can really do about that either. There we go, you fucking bitch. Oh, and then the music started back up. I don't know if that probably wasn't intentional, but you know what? That felt good. And then we got that extra layer back on the music. Okay, I need you to stop doing that, Chief. You can use the D-pad to move the camera around. Yeah. Ooh. There's a Spectre coin up there. I don't think I care enough to go get the Spectre coin, admittedly. I am vibing with this this weird architecture, though. You better not fucking hit me. Alright, one more monkey. I guess that's it up here. I could go for the Spectre coin, but I'm not gonna.
Oh no!
I'll just die there. Because there was no way I was going to be able to walk back down that thing. It's okay, we still got all the monkeys. Yeah, this is a good vibing game. I like this. Hey, idiot.
Yes!
Wake the fuck up. Just walk out. Hey, catch. It is a little warm in here, though. I think I might take a small break.
You did great.
Thank you. You did great, too, despite not really telling me much useful. Alright. Yeah, speaking of toast, it's toasty in here. I'm gonna save, and then I'm gonna go take a small break, alright? So, same deal as always, you guys. Get yourself some water, get yourself something to eat if you need a snack, get up, stretch, have a good time. Maybe go outside, touch some grass, get some sunlight for a minute. Do what you gotta. Take care of yourself. And we'll be back in like 5 or so minutes, alright? We'll see you then.
In the 1970s, New York graffiti, rapping, and breaking became the prime expressions of a new young people subculture called hip-hop.
Generally, you think what you hear on the radio is terrible.
I think basically it's product.
Now there is a vast commercial organization.
Machines touch every part of our lives.
We are controlling transmission.
What did you say?
I said, man, this ain't my bag, man. You know.
The record buying people, they like things that's different in sounds, unusual.
Now I want you to listen to these sounds and let your imagination go free.
Alright, we are back. Hope you guys had a good little break there. I had a really good stretch, actually. It felt really good. That's another thing recently. I've been working on trying to work out more, honestly. A couple of my friends got into it, and honestly, that's the only way I ever really have motivation to do much of anything, is if my friends are doing it. Or, you know, okay, at least for like a lot of stuff, especially working out, because I don't like working out. It doesn't make me feel particularly good. Like, it gives me more energy, sure, but it makes me feel like shit most of the time. Because I have like terrible lungs occasionally when I'm trying to do cardio stuff, and my feet are bad. I'm pigeon-toed, and I have a bunch of ingrown toenail issues, and that's probably TMI, but regardless, it makes my feet hurt when I'm just standing or trying to do yoga or anything, which are like a few. So I'm trying to do low-impact stuff, so I do stuff like yoga, my feet hurt. I'm trying to walk around, my feet hurt. It's annoying. I'm doing push-ups, my feet hurt. Like, it's a pain, and I really do need to get it checked out. I just haven't. But regardless, it's been nice to get back into working out, honestly. I know it's good for me. It's nice to work out. You know, it's nice to feel like you accomplish something and like you're doing things for yourself. Probably gonna go on a walk, maybe not quite after this, but we'll have to see what the weather looks like. Are you still you, even though you have none of your original atoms? I mean, I think that the idea of an identity is a bit of a concept created by humans, so I don't see why we wouldn't still be ourselves. It's Ship of Theseus concept, though, regardless. It's still the Ship of Theseus thought experiment. Also, you almost made a clip of just the BRB screen. Why? Was that intentional? I was thinking about those albums, and I dug up the CDs are currently in the CD player, but so this album, the album I was talking about earlier, where it was just a bunch of like jungle and like breakbeat stuff. Jungle, the music genre, with a lot of like late 90s, early 2000s influence. It's called Level Select by Pizza Hotline. Here's the album cover. It's genuinely a really good album. I really appreciated it. I actually found it on YouTube randomly, and then found the dude's Bandcamp and the links. And as for the Too Mellow album that just came out, I really love Too Mellow's album covers. So this is This Year I Lose My Mind. This is the one that just came out. It's really, really nice, honestly. I like it a lot. Here's the CD. Nice little... I like the aesthetics on all of Too Mellow's albums. They're always interesting. But yeah, I figured I'd show those off real quick. But I think we're good here. Why don't we get back into the game? More vibes. Quick call, Toronto's away. Mods clip something stupid, exactly. I understand. Also, we have the monkey book. Why don't we look at the monkey book for a sec? I don't know how much longer I'm going to be going. I'll probably be going for a little bit yet. Yeah, there's like some weird jitter on my TV screen with this. Very strange. Mushi. Oh, they all have different stats. That's neat. Worn out from running. Understandable, bud. But yeah, like there's like little jittering artifacts due to the RetroTink working on this particular monitor, I think, and it's very weird. I'm sure that there's a way that I can fix all this stuff. I just am not aware of it off the top of my head. Alright, let's do another level. Because we're definitely not doing Spectre coins. Gotta use a CRT. I would love to use a CRT. Trust me, if I had the space to put up a CRT here, I would. But unfortunately, with my current setup, I've got a bunch of overhead cabinets, which are most of my storage for my room. I can't get rid of them. because I don't have anywhere to put up bookshelves or anything. So I'm kind of just in a weird spot. That being said, if I could, yeah, absolutely. I get a CRT, I'd sit the CRT and then probably sit a monitor on top of that, or I don't know how exactly I would do it, but I would figure out something, you know? Monitor mounts, mic mounts, all sorts of shit everywhere is what it would be. The mounts for my lights, like, I would have it decked the fuck out. I would spend the money on extra hardware to, like, do all that.
Look what I've got, a new gadget. Check it out.
Is this a hula hoop? Aw.
Here's the slingback shooter. Just pull back and
I'll get you the world's smallest CRT. No, it's fine. Trust me. I really don't want to play off a 3-inch CRT or a 1-inch CRT.
dangerous for you to continue on to the next area.
I used to have one. It's not very fun to use, usually. I didn't pay attention to anything he said about that gadget. It's a slingshot. Okay, so you gotta hold back. And there is a tiny amount of auto aim, it looks like. Got him. Use the slingback shooter, aka a slingshot, to destroy distant enemies. Tilt the right stick towards you and release to launch a bullet. Tilt and rotate the right stick to set the target. The bullet will be aimed at the blue cursor. You got it, Chief. The L2 button will help you hit switches that are out of reach. Press the L2 button. Okay, so this is when we go back. Adjust your target with the left stick. Press the L2 button again for a normal view. Now push the L2 button. Okay. Neat. Slingback shooter can use 3 types of bullets. Normal bullets, flash bullets, and guided bullets. When you have the slingback shooter, you can change bullets by pushing the right stick in. Only the normal bullets have an endless supply. When the other bullets run out, pick up items to refill them. Try it now. Press the change to the other bullets. So the flash bullets. Okay. That's kind of cool. Guided bullets are a neat idea. I'll guarantee Melee players would rather play off a 1-inch CRT than a any LCD. LCD screens are admittedly not my favorite. I do like CRTs. I've talked about this before. I really like CRTs. I would not be willing to play off a 1-inch CRT. I like being able to see what I'm doing. But yeah, I mean, like, there is an inherent lag that is put through when you try and convert consoles. Because, like, even when you plug a console, an old like composite cable or S-video cable console directly into a modern TV with the right plugs, if it has the right plugs for it, you're still dealing with a conversion that has to happen. The problem is that it's an internal conversion using a relatively cheap conversion method, which means that it looks worse and performs worse. Now, right now, I've got my my RetroTink 2X Pro here, which is what I use for converting so that you guys can see everything with the capture card. Melee players are really a different breed. I used to hang out with a ton of them. They're very interesting people, and a lot of them are very fun to hang around, but also they're... Ugh. Smash community is sometimes awful. Sometimes just horrendous people. So I don't usually hang out in Smash communities anymore. That being said, the greater fighting game community can be pretty fun, too. Been getting into Guilty Gear Strive a lot recently, or at least some recently, and it's been good for me, I think. It's been good to get to hang out with a bunch of other people. Admittedly, I haven't been playing much over the past couple weeks, but Guilty Gear Strive is just genuinely a fun game. And it's fun to meet new people through, you know, just stuff you enjoy. Monster Hunter, fighting games, whatever it might be. If you focus on the monkeys, the enemy will get you. It is safer to get rid of the enemy first. Yeah, I'll agree with that logic. Hey, look at the skybox here, man. The only thing I can think of that beats this are the Spyro the Dragon vector painted skyboxes, because those look gorgeous. But this is pretty fucking amazing looking. If I could get rid of the HUD for this game and just like have this be the thing, like have that be a thing that I can just watch, I would not mind putting that up as a screensaver or something. They really did go out of their way to design the levels well to work with the environments and like the new gadgets that you're getting. The rift between the Smash community and the general fighting game communities is hilarious because the Smash community is mostly composed. So the problem is the Smash community is heavily composed of basically it's a lot of younger kids, and that's fine. But a lot of those younger kids also never, you know, they grow up and then they also don't do anything, you know? Okay, what the fuck? I'm gonna die to this bitch. Cool. You know, a lot of those kids who grew up playing Smash competitively grow up and suddenly they're part of a fighting game scene. Suddenly they're part of a fighting game scene that is composed of a lot of younger kids that never grew up and never really got to meet more mature people. So you just end up with this, like, it's well, there's a joke about inbred metas in there, but it's the same sort of idea. Where like these people never really learn how to like properly, you know, be adults in some aspects. And I don't know, maybe a lot of them stick around because they don't feel like they're as mature as a lot of these other people. I have no idea. Yeah, I know how to back turn. Trust me. It's like the first thing I figured out how to do. Beyblade. There is a Beyblade game for the PS1 that I wouldn't mind picking up at some point and trying. I've never played a Beyblade anything. I've played Beyblade like maybe 3 times in my life. It's as they said. They'll get you if you're not paying attention. Yeah, look at this detail. Look at this web up here. That was completely unnecessary to put in. You would not have seen that if you didn't look up. But they put it there. And I think that's cool. This whole game's aesthetic is like very good, and then they also put a lot of detail into the actual game to make it like play better. Which is phenomenal. I love that. Alright, let me shoot these dudes out of the fucking air. I like that the monkeys have little animations of them, like, sneezing and shit. It's cute. Such a weird game idea. Collect and battle spinning tops. Yeah, I mean, like, it's not the only time that sort of thing has happened, either. Spectre coin. Wasn't really looking for it, but alright. But yeah, I mean, like, it's definitely not the weirdest idea I've heard of. You also got Bakugan, which are a similar idea. Like, there's plenty of those sorts of games out there. Fun fact, in Beyblade lore, apparently Moses parted the Red Sea with a Beyblade. I mean, in JoJo, Jesus was a stand user, so that doesn't surprise me a ton, but yeah, that sounds right. There's a bunch of crazy ass lore out there, man. You just gotta go look for it. And I love seeing the crazy, like, unhinged shit that people come up with. It's fun. It's fun to see the creative ideas that people get, just based off of stuff that they enjoy, you know? As you clear the stages, you can go to the save area and time station to save your place. After running around for an hour or two, don't forget to save and take a break. Don't overdo it and hurt yourself. Bakugan were wild. Yeah, I played a little bit more with Bakugan stuff, but I never really got into a ton of physical game stuff. Except for, like, I guess I got into collecting Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I was always pretty awful at battling. What's he doing? Is he drawing? Yeah, each of the monkeys has their own, like, little personality. I like that. I don't know, I think this... I mean, like, just based off of what I've played so far, I'm sure that 100%ing this game is probably frustrating as hell. But, I think that the game also just feels pretty good to play, man. I don't think they did a bad job with it at all. Alright, so what's this way? Because I don't think I've gone this way yet. And yeah, it just... this game lets you just explore all the little bits of its environment. Frustrating, but still fun, I imagine. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. It's not like the game becomes a miserable, grinding mess. For the record, I hate 100%ing games, because most of the time, games that, like, have there's people who do like, achievement huntings and, like, 100% games, like, you should do that because, I mean, like, obviously do it because you're having fun. I don't have fun 100%ing games like that. I have fun playing the game to the point where I'm tired of it. You know? There are monkeys that can't be caught without certain gadgets. Sometimes you'll have to get a new gadget. Yeah. I'm assuming that's the game telling me, hey, you can't catch this one yet. Because you don't have a specific gadget. Remote bomb. Just fucking blow him up. Get the fuck back here, dude. I like how all the monkeys suddenly have guns, but they don't really seem very keen on using them. He did not do a very good job training his soldiers. I heard a monkey sneeze, and it sounded close-ish. Oh yeah, we've got that one. Alright. Nope, can't grab that ledge. He's doing his best. He's still an ape at the end of the day. He's really trying. Like, I'm not blaming the monkeys. I'm just saying, man. Spectre maybe could have put a little bit more effort into trying to train his troops if he's as intelligent as he says he is. If they're getting beat by a kid running around with a nightstick, I think maybe you could have tried something a little bit different there. Okay, that does break. And then that opens up that, which lets us go around the outside and get to the monkey. Got it. But I do like this game. I think that this game's still like a fun premise. And I think that the camera angles are actually not awful for a game that's, you know, 1999. I'm glad that they've learned how to do proper camera controls, because some games of this time period just straight up still didn't know how to do it. If you've ever played Croc 2, it's terrible. The camera controls are awful. Gotcha. Alright, so we're still missing one monkey. But yeah, it genuinely feels like you're exploring and like getting to check shit out. Look at this. Aww. That's such a cute little picture. I like that. But yeah, stuff like this, you don't get a ton of stuff that has this sort of vibe nowadays. Like, obviously people are trying to like recreate it. There's a bunch of like PlayStation 1 and 2 like recreation things that have been going on recently. A new Ape Escape by the Hat in Time devs would be really cool. I never played a Hat in Time. I've seen a couple people play it, and it looks interesting. I don't know if it's really my thing, but I don't know. There's something about games like this that just, they feel different. Maybe it's just because they were so early, and there was not really, like, any... There wasn't any limitations on what people... The only limitation was what people could think of. There weren't any, like, set precedents for a lot of this stuff. Alright, so, I mean, we shot this, but we never went up here. So, what's up there? Floating platform? I don't think I can quite reach up there. I guess over here, then. Oh, I hear a monkey. I heard him sneeze. You think the apes are allergic to time travel? You think that's why they sneeze so much? That's gonna be the headcanon now. Time travel is like a thing that you can be allergic to. You can be allergic to something that happens during time travel. I mean, yes, that goes over there, but I also want to see what the hell this leads to, because I'm curious. And you know what I really like about this? They actually did a good job with the vibration. For a DualShock 1 vibration, like, this game has subtle vibrations that don't feel like they're super overdone. Even when you just jump and then land, there's a vibration there. So there's two monkeys I could get here. I'm gonna get the harder one, that way I don't have to come back here. Simultaneously working with and exceeding limitations, expectations and limitations. Yes, exactly. Or sometimes just being really shitty at... Just sometimes making really shit games, and that's okay too, you know?
Yes.
Like, it happens sometimes, even when you try to make something really cool, even when you make something technically impressive, sometimes it's just not very good. And that's alright. Video games are very hard to make, and I will perpetually say this. Video games are hard to make, and anybody who manages to make one should be proud, even if it doesn't turn out the way that they want it to be.
I've been waiting for this for a long time. This is just between you and me. Follow me.
And he just follows for, like, no good reason. Mind you, we're not given any, like, incentive for this dude to, like, fight this dude, really. Well, aren't you fast? Video games are hard to make. Prime example, Mario Maker. Yeah, Mario Maker. Any game that lets you, like, try and make your own levels, Dream, that weird, like, PS4 nonsense, like, There's plenty of examples of genuinely hard to make, like, games, like, people trying to make even just levels in fucking Mario, which are, like, Mario's an established franchise with, you already got the mechanics and everything, and the physics already worked out. You're literally just designing levels. Okay, that was bullshit, but alright. Cool. Does this mean anything? Apparently not. Alright, let's do one more level. But yeah, like, Mario Maker is literally just designing levels. You don't have to make new mechanics. All the mechanics are already in the game. You just have to make levels. And a lot of levels in Mario Maker aren't very good.
New gadget. Check it out.
This is the Super Hoop. It protects you and makes you run faster. I'm sending the new gadget over to you right now. Try it out in the training room. Without training, it will be too dangerous for you to continue on to the next area. Well, good luck and be careful.
I like how he's literally like, I'm gonna send you this thing. It's so dangerous. We need to do training right now. Yeah, there's still so much crap in Mario Maker. And that's just okay. While it's a dash shield, you run quickly and can smack into enemies. To create the dash shield, quickly rotate the right stick around and around. Check it out. Okay, so you have to, like, do this shit. Neat. Step on the switch to open the gate. Once you're off the switch, the gate will shut. Get the super hoop going and run before the gate closes on you. Get on the switch and start the super hoop. Buzzsaw. Yeah, I guess I can hear the buzzsaw sound there. It's a cute idea. I like the super hoop. Although rotating the sticks is not my favorite thing to be doing. Like, repeatedly rotating analog sticks is like one of my least favorite methods to control anything ever. Here's a secret. You can also request the gadget select with the select button. It's easier that way. Well, I'm glad they put a shortcut in, I guess. Bit of a weird shortcut, but alright.
In this next period, you'll find that most of the planet is covered with water. The water net will be
Water World.
in catching the apes.
I still need to watch Waterworld. Maybe I'll do that today.
Be careful.
I keep saying it, I might just end up doing like a movie night at some point. Again, it's hard because I really don't want to, this next week I might not stream, for the sole reason that I really don't, I need more time by myself. This week I overbooked the fuck out of myself, with like a bunch of different engagements yesterday, and this past week has just been kind of nuts, and I've been like not here for it. You know? Try pressing in the left stick while jumping. You'll land straight down with a hip drop attack. Neat. Mario Party 1 stick spinning, exactly. Mind you, that actually caused injuries. Like, Nintendo had a lawsuit, and you could send in and get, like, replacement sticks and shit. Ooh, lag. Hello. It's been a minute. Big vibes, though. You don't see too many PS1, like, beach levels proper. It was so bad they had a class action. I can't read because my camera stand is blocking the fucking chat because I'm stupid and didn't move it over to the other side. Monkey, get back here. Gotcha. It was so bad they had a class action lawsuit filed against them and had to give, they had to give people gloves, and I'm pretty sure the gloves are collector's items now. If you catch a number of monkeys written on the lamp, the door will open. Okay. So we need to catch one more monkey. Alright, so this is lagging the fuck out, but also, look at the vibes here, man. Oh, there's underwater shit too. Fuck yeah. This is a fully realized, like, beach level. It's kind of impressive. Or at least I'm impressed. For, like, this era. Like, you gotta remember, Crash Bandicoot Warped came out this year as well. Or the year before, I don't remember. Somehow that that was hiding me. The beach chair was hiding me from him. Alright, better idea. Let him calm down. Mario Sunshine, eat your heart out, right? That's what, like, look at this. This is genuinely impressive. And it feels vibrant. There's a bunch of shit happening, even if it's not anything, like, amazing. The music is dynamic. When you're sneaking, it knocks out the percussion track. I just noticed that. That is so fucking good for this time period. I am really impressed. Dynamic soundtracks now? In 1999? That's really good. I'm impressed. This game's a technical fucking marvel for the time period. Holy hell. Even just talking about that. I've heard Banjo's beach levels were really good too. I've never owned an N64. And I've played Banjo-Kazooie. I played Banjo-Tooie a little bit. But like, N64 is one of those consoles where there's only a few games where I would really want to play anything on it. As opposed to the PS3 where I'm sure I could find something. There's so many exclusives for the PS3 that I would love to just mess around and see what I can get for it. You know? I do want to play Dragon Guard 3. That would probably be off stream though, because that game's kind of a mess. Metal Gear Solid 4 is basically one giant cutscene. It's dangerous to fall from a high place. Land as gently as you can. Yeah. You already gave us that tip, but thank you for the reminder, I guess. I like how he squishes down when you hit him. So these fall, just kind of randomly. I like the crabs. They don't do much, but they're just kind of there vibing. It's your fault. You let me over here. Fucking monkeys. Never owned an N64. I know what I may be getting you for your next birthday. Hey, please don't go buying me some crazy shit for my birthday. Alright, I'm just a dude fucking streaming, and I don't have enough space for more consoles at the moment, admittedly. Much as I would like to get more consoles, I do kind of need to chill on as far as, like... Because I've still got to get audio stuff in. Oh, that's something else that happened this week. This whole week was wild, man. So, Monday, I finally get in my new microphone. Of course, the day after I stream, I get in my new microphone. Let me take a break here. Let me just explain this shit. So, Monday, I get in my new microphone. I'm like, all right, sweet. Let me open up the box, check it out. And I got the microphone, and it's the wrong microphone. And I'll show you what microphone it is. Give me a sec. So, what I ordered was the Earthworks Icon Pro, which is a XLR condenser microphone that is pretty high quality. I really liked how it sounded based on the sound samples that I could find online for it. And I got my new audio interface, and I'd like to be able to use XLR microphones with it. So I went out of my way to go buy a $500 fucking microphone. What I got was the Earthworks Icon, which is a very similar microphone in that it's basically the same microphone in the same capsule, but it's a USB microphone.
Hold your butts. It's time for Jet Set Classic.
So I messaged the guy, because I got this off of eBay. I was like, hey, wrong microphone. And he said, yeah, that's a problem. He got back to me like a day and a half later. He was like, yeah, that's a problem. All right. So I got the Icon Pro here. Definitely meant to send that, but it's basically the exact same microphone in the same box, except with one word different. So that's why that got mixed up. But it's a USB microphone rather than the XLR microphone that I ordered. So I messaged him. I was like, hey, look, here's the thing. Here's what I got. Then he was like, all right, cool. And then I realized that I was signed into the wrong account when I messaged him. So he was kind of confused on that. And I was like, look, man, I can send you the proof for it. I have the microphone here. Like, I don't know what to say. So I'm still waiting to hear back from him. But, so that happened on Monday. The rest of the week, work-wise, was just kind of hell. Because I was basically working every day on the same job. That's just kind of chaos. Basically, it was an extremely rushed engineering project that we had to price out. And it isn't our normal work, and so I had to do a bunch of research, and we've been trying to get numbers from subcontractors for a while for all this stuff, and we couldn't find them. People would no bid the job. Like, it was so stressful trying to deal with all the subcontractors, but we finally got a number out Friday at like 6:30 p.m. or some shit. Like, it was extremely late. The bid was due at like 3 p.m. and we were just like, look, we're not getting it to you then. We're trying to get it together. We're doing our best. And so I was basically just up dealing with that until, like, that was most of my week, was dealing with that. I was very stressed out. My brain was kind of like fried thinking about that job. Thankfully, this next week is going to be sooner. Or it's going to be better. And then, let me see. Wednesday, Wednesday I scheduled... So my brother recently had to buy a new car. And my parents were helping him look for a new car. So he sent me a car, or they sent me one of the cars that my brother didn't want because honestly it was a really good deal. It was a 40,000 mile, it was a 2014 Chevy Cruiser with 40,000 miles on it. And it was like $12,500, which is extremely good for like right now, for what prices are right now for used cars. So I kept calling the place back. I was like, hey, when you get this car in, let me know. When you get this car in, let me know. When you get this car in, let me know, please. I said, okay, and then they messaged me back. They were like, yeah, so we got the car in. I was like, all right, great. Can I come in and schedule a test drive? And they went, yeah, sure. And we scheduled one for Wednesday at 6 p.m. So I immediately get done work. I've been thinking about this project all day. And then I immediately have to drive down to Baltimore, which is like an hour away. So 5 p.m., 10 p.m. I get here. 6:10 p.m. I get there. I walk in. I'm like, hey, look, I'm here for a test drive with a 2014 Chevy Cruze. And they went, oh, we sold that this morning. I just looked at them. I was like, I scheduled this test drive like yesterday morning. What the fuck? And so the guy apologized to me and was like, I'm sorry, all this other shit. I'm like, you know what, man, it ain't your fault, but also I'm not buying from here. Sorry, man. If you're gonna be like that. So I drove an hour down in the pouring rain on highways during rush hour to get down to Baltimore, only for the thing that I wanted to not be. I was like, great. Sure. That can just be how today goes. So then I drive the hour home, and I get messages. I have a bunch of messages from my boss, notes on the project that I was working on, and I was so pissed off at that point. It was like 7 o'clock, 7:10, whatever, when I got home, and I was just like, you know what, fuck it. I'm gonna just work on this. So I worked on that for a couple hours, and then basically just sat and watched YouTube videos and was angry for the rest of the night. Wake up the next morning, start getting ready for work, and my brother comes up and goes, hey, there's a leak in the basement. I'm like, okay, great. So then I start, so then I go down there, and there's already a bucket down there. My brother has known about this for probably most of the night. And there's a bucket down there collecting all the water coming out of the ceiling, that's just leaking out of the drywall, and I was like, that's great. I can't do anything about this right now. I don't know why you bothered to tell me and not, my dad or someone who could actually fix it. So I called my dad. I was like, hey, heads up, there's a leak in the basement. He's like, yeah, I know. He didn't tell us about it. I was like, okay, sure. I didn't have anything I could do with it. So I was just like, all right, great. Now there's a leak in the house. I was just like, this is a good week. Very, very good week. I'm having a good time, definitely. So all that happened. I went, all right, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to drive down to work. As I'm driving down to work, an osprey flies in front of my truck and almost hits it. Like, literally, skids over the windshield. Felt so bad. And then I still had to deal with all that chaos with the project. So it was just a pain in the ass. Annoying week. I'm glad it was over. There were some good things, but most of it was just kind of annoying or bad outright. That being said, yesterday I got to play my first game of Pathfinder, and my friend took a very long time to figure out what he was doing because he didn't read up on his class beforehand and didn't understand how combat worked, so we kind of had to explain everything to him there. But it's all good. It was fun. And we're having a good time. And then I was supposed to have another D&D thing yesterday. So mind you, 2 D&D things. So I had a Pathfinder campaign, and then I had a 5th edition one-shot that I was supposed to be doing yesterday, and then everybody kind of dipped out at the same time because everybody was like, yeah, I'm tired, or, you know, I'm not in a good mood today, I feel like crap, all this stuff, and I was just like, okay, fine, we're not doing that today. So today, the plan is I'm going to play the rest of this, and then I'm going to do whatever the fuck I want for the rest of the day, because this is the only day that I've had where I'm not, like, running all over the place and trying to, you know, hang with friends and do all sorts of stuff. So the rest of this week, the rest of the day and the rest of this week, I'm not doing anything for anybody else, okay? I have exactly 1 D&D session planned on Saturday evening, and that is all I have planned for the week. Everything else, I'm just doing my own thing. Alright? That's not me asking for permission from anybody, that's just saying it. Because, like, man, I need some time to chill, you know? And that's probably part of why I'm not going to be streaming as consistently anymore. Much as I'd like to be doing, like, you know, twice a week consistently, it probably is just going to be about once a week, if that, just because I do need that time by myself. What else did I do? Oh, Friday I edited a Devil May Cry video. So I was messing around in Devil May Cry 5 doing some practice with some combos. I got some really weird results, but I also got some pretty cool looking combos, so I went ahead and edited like a minute. Like barely a minute and a half or 2 minutes of like Devil May Cry combos that I edited together. Permission granted, thank you, Walker Pierce. I didn't fucking ask you though. But appreciated. Oh man, I should have my earbuds in. I love this song. Anyway, while I've been doing all this, I've just been standing here watching the Ape Escape animations, and there are some idle animations. Speaking of streaming, when is Super Paper getting finished up? Good question. Next time Luke and I can sit in the same room together and actually, like, have a conversation and, you know, stream a game, which unfortunately is a little bit harder nowadays, but I'm totally down to do it whenever we can get to it. I might poke him about it for like 2 weeks from now, because that'll be Labor Day weekend. And I think Labor Day weekend will be a good time to finish up the game. Maybe that Sunday, maybe that Monday, who knows, but I think that'd be good. I might even take an extra day off. Paid time, well, probably not paid time off, but I might ask if I can take the day off, that Friday if nothing big is going out, because I think I'd like a day or two to chill by myself. You know, get that long weekend in, because like honestly, I loved being on vacation, but also vacation is exhausting because you constantly have to think about travel and all this other shit that's going on, you know? It's a lot. Because that's the mini games. We don't have enough Spectre coins. I think we have like 3 Spectre coins or some shit. Yeah. We are 14% done with the game though. Now I don't know, I would assume that's total game completion. Staycation, yes. I need a staycation where I plan going to see some friends, maybe. And that'd be it. You know, and not like, oh, let me fly out to fucking Europe. Alright? It's exhausting. It's fun, and it's great. But it's also exhausting, you know? Travel is great. But physically, it's going to exhaust me, even if it gives me more energy to do stuff mentally. This is the trading space. You can learn about the gadgets you already have. Can I do a 360 no scope? No, not in the air. World's slowest 360 no scope. The turn speed is not very quick on that. I wouldn't mind seeing more of this game some other time. Yeah, that'd be... Honestly, this game's a good vibe. I'm enjoying it. I don't know if I'm going to play much more right now. But this game it's a good vibe. It's a fun game. I would not mind playing some more of this. We'll see how it goes, though. Like I said, if I do end up streaming next week, it's either going to be this or Bayonetta. Those are the options. Maybe I'll put that up to a poll or some shit. I don't know if anybody actually cares. But, this or Bayonetta, because I want to finish up Bayonetta, because I want to get through Bayonetta 2 by the, we have a date for Bayonetta 3. It's in like 2 months or 3 months, whatever it is, some point in October, I think. Oh, you can hang from the, that's funny. But I want to finish up at least Bayonetta 1 so that we can get done Bayonetta 2, hopefully within a couple sessions. Shouldn't take too long. And then Bayonetta 3 comes out in October. Just kind of spin in a circle, huh? Yeah, this is a good game, though. Better than I expected, genuinely. Not that I thought it was a horrible game or anything, but better than I expected. For a game from, like, 1999, this is solid. It was a fun time. I think I'm good, though. I think I'm good for today. So why don't we go ahead and wrap up here? Man, this game's music is just really good. This game is just like a very 2000s, this is like 1999, 2000s vibe. And it's a Sony IP. I know they've been ignoring it, but it's a Sony IP, and that's kind of neat, you know? Alright. So, I'd like to thank everybody for hanging around today. Yeah, of course, Walker Pierce. It's always wonderful to have everybody around to hang out. Thank you for anybody who's lurking, anybody who's here, anybody who doesn't want to be here, go ahead and leave. But I like to thank all of you because, honestly, I do this because you guys enjoy it as much as I do. Alright? So, with that, I don't have a ton to say. Take care of yourselves, take it easy. I might see you next week. Be safe, eat your grains, make sure to drink plenty of water. I was gonna say Coke. Probably should drink water. Don't do cocaine. Don't do drugs. They're bad for you. Remember to change your car's oil. I did that this week. If you find yourself sitting in front of a T-Rex, just get it to headbutt a rock, as this game taught us. And have a good week, guys. Alright, do what you gotta. Take care of yourselves. Try and be happy. Do things that are gonna make you happy, alright? See ya.